from the sea as you were. Bless him with salt. Bless him with stone. Bless him with steel.
What is dead may never die.
What is dead may never die, but rises again, harder and stronger.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Citadel with me, Grand Maester Stitch, where we're carrying on with the Iron Prize series. We are now playing as King Ragnar IV of the Iron Islands, as unfortunately in the last episode, what is dead may never die did in fact die when King Ragnar III, the rapist, died a natural death at the age of 46, but we did carry on his war afterwards to take the High Lordship of Seagard here, so now we have a footing into the Riverlands. And we are going to further expand into the Riverlands once we get a chance when the truce expires. But next we're probably going to go head back to the Rock or Dawn or the Reach. We don't know yet. All the truces have expired, obviously apart from the Riverlands one, as we are now a new king. So we could go back to the Rock and take more of their land. But we're going to wait and see because the Reach might be more vulnerable. Dawn is definitely very easy and vulnerable. But if we could take some Reach or Rockland, that would be better. I would prefer that. But, and then Dawn would be easier afterwards, after our armies have replenished a little bit. We'll let the armies and our new lands replenish before we do declare war. But first, yeah, we have 15 provinces to give away. Now, all the custom characters so far do have land. I haven't added any into this episode, I've just realised. I'm really sorry about that. Or apart from John Whitewind. He doesn't have land yet, but obviously we're saving the Arbor for him, which hopefully we will have soon. But yeah, sorry I didn't invent any new characters for today's episode. So I think for these new lands, we'll give them to already existing houses from around the Iron Islands. Now, didn't we give Harlaw some land? I'm sure that we did in the last episode. It doesn't look like we did. Did we? Yeah, it's Sibyllin, Lord of Tarbet. Cool. Yes, we have got a Harlaw already then. Did we give a Greyjoy any land? Captain of the fleet. Heir to the Lordship of Pike. Maybe we didn't do it with Greyjoy then. So we could give John Greyjoy some land. Yes, we'll give you some land, John Greyjoy. You're club-footed, shrewd, gluttonous, ruthless. Yeah, we'll give you some land. Why not? We'll grant you the landed title. Castle of Cape of Eagles, send. And then what other high houses have we got that we haven't landed yet? House Awkward. I don't think we've given you any land. You do have a Sibyllin as well, so he doesn't have any land or anything like that. Oh, he's in the Night's Watch though, so we can't give it to him. House Blacktide. How about you? Do you have any Sibyllins who don't have land? Yes, you have a brother, Ofgar Blacktide. He's not that impressive though. What about your other brother, Stike Blacktide? He's a little bit better, so we'll give it to him. We'll grant him the landed title. Got a lot of lordships that we have gained around here, so we'll give him the Lordship of Rushmore, which is inland. He's not touching any ocean, but he is touching the Trident, so it's not all that bad. House Stone Tree, does he have a Sibyllin? No. I'm looking for the ones with Sibyllin so they can have a second branch of their house. House Volmark, he has a lot of son. He has two sons, his heir, and then another son. So, okay, he's pretty decent. Yep, so we'll give you the we'll grant you the landed title Lordship of, yep, you can have a Gravesome. House Good Brother. He has two Sibyllins, Treasurer of Hammerhorn and Captain of the Fleet of Hammerhorn. Let's have a look at his two brothers and see which one is the more impressive one. Okay, so he's not too bad. He's a eunuch, though. Ouch. So we don't want to give it to him, then. His other brother, wow, formidable fighter. What's he got there? Chest pains. Yes, we'll grant it to the formidable fighter one. We'll grant you the landed title, Lordship of... What should we give you? Seagard and the Marlet Bay. We'll give you the Lordship of Marlet Bay, including the lower titles. Now we've got Seagard left to give away still, which is the best one over there. Who do we give Seagard to? House Drum. I do like House Drum. He hasn't got anything, but he's got two sons. He's got his heir and then another son, Dunstan Drum. Yep, so we'll give you the landed title, Lordship of Seagard. and the lower titles that come with that. And there we go, that gets us back to our Demence limit. We've got some open council positions as well. High Admiral, we'll go with, where's Blackhand Whore? He's not on there, so we'll go with, let's go with Good Brother. Spy Master, who's got the highest intrigue. Dagon Dark Tower. We need a court physician. Obviously, we still ain't got a Maester, and we haven't got a priest. We really need a drowned man then, don't we, at some point? So, but everything else is filled in. Collect taxes in Castamere, please. That's probably going to be the one where we'll get the most money from. We don't want you to organise a raid anymore. We'll get you to train troops instead in Castamere as well. Might make that our capital, because it's very impressive, isn't it? So, okay, we've got a couple of minor titles that need filling out. A designated region, we'll go with Blackhand Whore. A cupbearer, who can we fully trust? Damien, Lord Reaver of the Torrent. Okay, so we're like best friends with him, are we? Wow, we've got quite a few. We've got a lot of hundreds, to be fair. A lot of people do have a really high opinion of us. I don't really want to go with someone with amazingly high intrigue as a cupbearer. So yeah, we'll go with Damien. Master of the Blade. Who have we got? Let's go with Torwald. He's very impressive. Court Tutor. Do we actually have anyone decent enough? We'll just have to go with you. And we've got room for 2 commanders. We'll go with Rolf and Quellen as well. Quellen, Good Brother. That's that sorted out. What factions have we got? We have got Lady Noshi for the Islands, which is being led by Lord Reaver Blackhand. I don't really know why. And there's a couple of people involved in that for some reason. Isn't that our wife? Yes, so that's a bit of a silly one really then, isn't it? She's our wife anyway. But yes, we'll unpause. We have got a little bit of money. Let's have a look around the... okay, we've fulfilled the ambition to win the war, so we've got a new ambition. I want to have a son. We need our heir. Let's have a little look around. So the West is 20,000 strong at the minute, and we can declare war on them for the invasion of Crake Hall or the invasion of Casterly Rock. Crake Hall's probably, well, Casterly Rock's the best option, isn't it? But Crake Hall, we do get more land. The Gardeners, how strong are the blessed upon you and your house? I unfortunately have to decline your proposal for a non-aggression pact. Well, that's a bit of a shame, and you're declining as well. Fair enough. The Gardeners. So Gardener Queen, 7,000 men, so they're very, very weak at the minute. And we can go for the invasion of Brightwater, for Florent land. We get 3. Yeah, we get 3 decent-ish provinces. We can invade High Garden, where, wow, we gain a very good chunk of land, all up the Mander as well. We get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 provinces. It looked like there was more. It's just because they're quite big provinces. Invade the Ocean Road, where we gain 2. Invade Oldtown, where, oh my god, we gain a ridiculous amount by taking Oldtown. That might have to be the one we go for. The Arbor, which is just on its own, which is a shame. I did want to get the Arbor. The Arbor was the one I wanted first. West March, which isn't really near the ocean, so we'll leave that. But I wanted to go for the Arbor. But considering how much land you get if you take Oldtown, I think we're going to have to invade and go for Oldtown, aren't we? The Iron Islands in a state of war. We should send ravens to the Great... Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I pressed to do it straight away when I didn't want to. That was a bit silly. Never mind. Let's call our fleets. I wanted to let our armies recover slightly first. We have got a hell of a lot of men here. Let's... Everyone get on the ship. Is everybody on the ships? Everyone but... You 3 guys, as you don't have a ship. Great. Let's march to Castamere. March to Castamere. If we can move those ships to Castamere, and we'll move those to Castamere. And then all the other fleets to Castamere as well. Let's get all our army together. What about our Dornish army? How's the Dornish army looking? Not bad, but we don't have enough ships by the looks of it. Right, get on the ships. We may have enough ships, though, if they join together, I hope. If not, it's not far to march. We could... Probably should have just marched straight into the Reach from where we are, actually, to be fair. But I'd rather get all our armies together first before we do so. Let's forward things along. They'll surely honour their obligations. We've received word the Trident King is getting involved. Okay, hopefully it's only the Trident getting involved. That's not too bad if it is. As long as like the Rock and everybody else isn't getting involved as well. Right, there we go. Our armies are merged together. We will Where are we? We'll lead the centre ourselves, even though we're not overly impressive. And then we'll have Mildred on one wing and Dagon Dart Tower on the other wing, because he is obviously going to be inheriting Oldtown. Oh, I've just realised as well something that we didn't do, which is, will upset them if we don't. The Sea Guard will grant you the landed title High Lordship of Sea Guard to keep you happy. There we go. Hopefully we'll be able to call some men up from there soon. We won't be able to just yet. Come on, hurry up and march there, please, guys. Right, can you 5,000? No, you're not going to be able to get on the ships. We've not got enough ships. We're 16 ships short, which is annoying. Do you know what? Let's march you over there. Bring the ships around. We'll march you to Oldtown, and you can meet up with us once we get there. Send my family into hiding for now. Then it doesn't matter about them sieging it. Merge the armour, aboard the fleet, and now let's go straight down for Oldtown. And we'll wait for our second reinforcements to get there with us. Cancelling discontent. Okay, that's a shame. Let's get the fleet down here to Oldtown. There we go, and we will dock in Oldtown, please, with our main host. If you can just, yes, go to Starfall, and I'll swing the ships by to pick you up. There we go. Swing the ships by to Starfall. Our army is recovering. Damn, Oldtown has got 7,000 defenders. That is a hell of a lot. What's the supply limit? Supply limit's 18,000 though, so that's good. We'll drop the other army into 3 towers. Let's get on the ship and sail around to 3 towers. Mace. Oh no, I can't really. Okay, Black on Whore is now known as the One-Eyed. Well, that's interesting because he ended up with one eye in House Vakar as well, so that's really interesting. One child lacking a childhood focus. Okay, in high. We'll go with learning, faith, or heritage. We'll go with faith. Right. Let's dock you into 3 towers, please, and then we'll let's get the ships, merge the ships together in a second, and then we'll get some commanders in charge of that, and we'll split up around the old tower, Oldtown lands, old tower, high tower, getting mixed up. Colonize Old Stones. I think I will do that once this war's over, so make sure that we definitely have the money. Right, who can we put in charge of this? We'll go with Rolf, Thor, and Euron Pie. Euron Greyjoy. There we go. 3 towers will hopefully not be too bad to siege, and it doesn't look like it is going to be too bad to siege. Let's come up into the, what's it called? The Honey Wine, isn't it? The river. Is that what it's called? I'm sure it's the Honey Wine. Is the river on Oldtown called the Honey Wine? I'm sure it is. Sure it is. I could be completely wrong. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sure it's called the Honey Wine, or it's definitely Honey something. Okay, so the massive 11,000 Gardener host there, but we'll easily be able to go back and crush that once we have taken the some lands down here. Let's just forward things along and let things happen. Harris insists that I help him get an old hat to fit, a very futile task as he's too big for it now. I've already told him several times. No child tells me what to do. Gain 20 prestige. Harris thinks I'm mean for not helping. He even stuck his tongue out at me. Oh dear. Right, we're losing 30% because of how long it's taken us to siege lands down here. Recently, I've noticed the pitiful state of my half-brother, Master Gunther, call for a physician at once. Fate smiles upon my wife, Noshi is pregnant. Awesome, hopefully we get a son. I can't stop thinking of all those prisoners in my dungeon. Okay, guards oil up the rack. Gains the cruel trait. Hopefully we do. Ah, well, okay, so Master Theonald didn't survive the torture session. And we've gained the cruel trait, which is good, just like our father. We do need to start improving some of our traits. They're a bit shit. Come on, get sieging, lads. Get sieging, else we're going to lose the war before we even do anything. We're only going to have to siege a little bit of land and then go and attack them. They've not got much of a host up there. I don't care about dragons. Stop bothering me with dragons. Hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Knights of the North as well, guys, for those who watch it, as well as House Grand. At first, the signs were small, easily dismissed as coincidence, but now they are becoming too frequent to be ignored. The omens surrounding my wife's pregnancy are terrible. Oh, great. I remember that happening last time, though, on my Knights of the North series, and I ended up getting like a Child of Destiny with the quick trait, and it ended up being amazing. So, I won't worry about it too much. Come on, siege 3 towers. We're nearly there. It is good tradition to have some gossips around a pregnant woman in order to keep her calm and distracted from the tribulations of this delicate time in her life. Yes, we'll go for that. Try and make sure that our, hopefully, son and heir is okay. The sacking of 3 towers was most brutal, with many prisoners being taken. Yes, bring them to my camp, get some thralls. My king, the group of slaves that were captured in 3 towers and were selected to join your personal collection. Let's have a look. Wow, yes, she's pretty good. Can we take her as a concubine? Because she's pretty good and she's a reachman. Take slave as concubine, yes. And then we've got you, who, not too bad. And then a scepter. Can we take a scepter as a concubine? Because that'd be quite funny. Yes, we can. We need to get ourselves a couple of concubines, as we didn't have any. We now have 2, which is great news. There we go. 3 towers has fallen. We'll attempt an assault because it's only 100 defenders. Oldtown really is becoming hard to siege. It's taken quite some time. Come on, get Oldtown under siege, please. We'll assault this once that wears down a little bit more. They are sieging the shit out of us back home. The Dothraki, the many Khals of the Great Grass Sea have been rallied under the same banner. The leader that managed to unite them all is Goro the Tyrant. The people of the Grasslands now call him the leader, the Great Khal, and have set their minds not only on ruling the Dothraki Sea, but spread throughout the world under the leadership of the Stallion, who will mount the world. Is there anyone who could stop the thundering armies of thousands of hoofs? Interesting. A daughter was born to Iron King Ranza Irontide. She's been born sick level. Keep it Ranza. Not a bad name. Could be worse. Right, we're not faring well down here at all. There we go. A great victory there. We may have to sail home to crush the armies first and then come back and siege the lands afterwards. We'll easily be able to crush those armies back home. I think we may do that because we have got more than enough men. Let's just finish the siege of Oldtown first, which is so close to happening. We've nearly done it. We're not going to assault because it's pointless to lose that many men for no reason. After successfully sacking the castle, Meldred Merlin captured Meldred Merlin. Meldred Merlin captured Meldred Merlin, who wields a famous sword made of Valyrian steel. As he paid the iron price for it, he has claimed it for himself. Oh, what's he gained? That's the high tower sword, isn't it? Vengeance, is it? We should have claimed it for ourselves, but never mind. There we go. Right, now that we've got these under siege, let's just assault that again quickly. What's the second line of defence like in Oldtown? Still very strong. Right, we'll march the 4,000 men up there to help get that, and then we'll get the ship in. We'll sack it, attack once more. Oh, he's in the middle. We were in the centre. That's really annoying because now he's got the... Oh no, he's not got it. I don't know. Did we get it without realising? No, Red Rain and Dawn, Driftwood Crown. No. Invite to a plot. No, I'm not really interested in joining a plot. Get our main host here. Here we go. 16,000 men merged together. No, I want to lead the centre. Meldred on the flank with Dagon, who will be our new lord of this land very, very soon. Let's just wear it down and then we'll sail home and crush the Gardener armies. My king, Jorah Stark, has been defeated in his reign of misrule and has come to an end. Stability has been brought to Winterfell. King Doran, the second Stark, his heir, shall henceforth rule the north. Right, so the north may be fairly ripe for the taking as well then, once we get this out of the way. Right, there we go. Now let's jump on the ships, please, boys. And let's sail home and crush these Gardener armies. A fleet full of loot has returned from raiding. Lord Reaver Damien of the Torrentine gains 85 gold and 42 prestige. To Raffish Iron King Ragnar, blessed upon you and your house, there are terms of... These are the terms of your surrender. No, I don't think so. Are you for real, love? Not a chance we're surrendering. We're going to absolutely crush you in a moment. A slave from one of your pleasure houses has shown a promise as a bed slave. He is commonly popular with the patrons and is skilled in the arts of love. Would I... Yeah, alright then. Whatever, I don't really know what the Ironborn would think of that. Well, we know what Victorian thought of it, with all the bed slaves, obviously, in A Dance with Dragons. A son was born to Dagon Darktower and Surrey Greyjoy, named Edis. Edis Darktower. Awesome, so he has an heir now, at least. We're going to crush that armour. We'll crush both of them, because they've got the river crossing. That was very silly for them to do the... Well, it was a sea crossing. Oh, he died, stillborn. Terrain is key to winning battles. If I focus my studies, I believe I can master the tactics of one of these terrains. Open plains, or mountains, or forests and hills. We'll go with rough terrain, because we've got quite rough terrain, haven't we, back home on the Iron Islands, as well as in the Westerlands. Okay, devious plots have reached me that people are trying to kill me. Okay, let's have a look. I should have auto stop plots on. So that's worrying. Right, let's go lift the sieges back home on all these lands. Well, they've not sieged that many. So I don't know why they're winning so heavily. Let's sail the fleet back to... Oh, we can't because it's flipping under siege. We'll have to wait. Follow the Gardener army, see where they retreat to. Siege this while we're here. Easy assault. And again, once we get chance, there we go. And once more. There we go. We've freed Orkman, now to free Pebbleton, then to crush the Gardener host. And yeah, then we can go back down to Oldtown. Is that still all under siege? They've not got... Nah, they've not got any men to solve the problem for them. The Reach is in a bit of a state, really, under its new... Wow, that's a lot of defenders. You can tell that they've had that under siege for a hell of a long time. Do you know what? We'll crush the army first. They are going to get a slight advantage, but it won't be enough, I don't think, to... We've got double the amount of men, so we'll crush that easy. There we go, and we caused a hell of a lot of casualties. Now we'll lift the siege. We're now winning as well, which is awesome. We'll lift the siege and then we'll march on them once more. Should be fairly easy to lift the siege. Lord Reaver Damien of the Torrentine inherited Castle of High Hermitage and other titles from Master Fian of High Hermitage. Okay. He was killed by a wild beast. Oh, he was one of the original characters as well from the King's Moot in the first ever episode. Siege of Hightower defeat. Siege of Old. Okay, so who's what's going on back there? Where's this second army come from down south? Down south. How big is it? Wow, 15,000 strong. Where has that just come from? That's a worry. Let's attempt an assault. We're probably going to have to hire some sellswords now, aren't we? Some mercenaries. Before we end up going back down south. We'll crush this army here first, and then we'll go back down and crush that army as well. Gold mine was built in Castamere. Perfect. Build that, get us a hell of a lot more money. Let's march onto that army and crush them quickly, and then we'll bring the ships around there as well for afterwards. Then we'll hire some mercenaries and head back south. Army levies, mercenaries, total strength. Well, there's not many strong ones about, is there? We'll hire you and you. Where have they been docked? Up on Cape Kraken for no reason, as usual. Have we got enough to hire one more? Yes, we have. I have grown increasingly attached to Noshi, and though our marriage was merely a practical arrangement, I wonder if I've now come to love her. This is a marriage of love. I don't feel comfortable touching other human beings. I've gained the chase trait, but we've got concubines. Right. Send my family into hiding. There's only 2,000 men there. We'll easily be able to sort that out. Attempt an assault. March back. Where did our other one... Ah, you're over there. Okay. Oh, wow. All of Sea Guards under siege from the Trident army. No wonder our war score was so low for some reason. I now understand. Right. Take them over to the Bane Fort and pick the other troops up whilst we handle the Gardener troops back home. And then we can sail back south. Your acquaintance, Master Armand, has returned from the Battle of Pebbleton alive, but suffered very gruesome and horrific injuries. Well, that is a shame. There we go. We've captured Armand Hazelton. Interesting. Let's march on to this other army and crush them, please. There we go. Let him rot for now. Right, we've got 4,500 men at the Bane Fort. Do you know what? We'll get those on the fleet and we'll get them to go and lift the sieges over here quickly whilst we sort out back home. Lift all the sieges in these lands and then we can sail back south. Right, fleet, can you come and pick up the 16,000 men while they lift the sieges over there? Right, who can we put in charge? Oh, there's people already in charge, so that's fine. March on those. Lord Arlen of Sandstone has given me bizarre and repulsive evidence concerning sexual preferences. We'll keep this to ourselves for now. Crush that army. Right, can we lift the sieges yet? Yeah, we should be able to get away with assaulting that. Yep, easy. And again. And march on to the next one, please. Just lift them as quickly as possible. There we go. Right. On the ships, boys. And over here, please, to dock into Seaguard. What gardener host have we got down there now? None. So they must be probably making their way back north very slowly as they haven't got the fleets to do so. Can you dock in here, please, boys? Is the supply limit going to be big enough? Yes, I think so. 20,000, so we should be okay. Iron Queen Noshi has been very insistent about spending some time with me recently. Yep, sounds like a marvellous idea. Right, the 15,000. Can we march to Seaguard, please? Lift the siege. Noshi hooted me for nearly a week, entertaining me with some stories about her recent deeds and organising a few luxurious feasts in my honour. I undoubtedly felt welcomed by my host's attitude, but I am her friend. Okay, so we've become close friends as an our wife. That's good. Marry as you please, lady. Wasn't that one of our father's concubines? I can't stop thinking about all those prisoners in my dungeons. Well, let's go torture some then. Right. Yeah, we'll be able to assault Seaguard pretty quickly. We'll also assault that. Should win. Oh, it's going to be close. And we lost a fair few men doing so. Probably shouldn't have assaulted that so early. This is going to be an easy assault though, so we'll go for that one. And again. And again, because it's only 13 men. Awesome. 21 men, that's going to be easy. Right, let's go get Cape of Eagles sorted out. Right, 700 men on the Iron Islands. Lord Balin of Fair Isles provided me with proof that has been viciously slandering. Keep it to myself for now. We don't want to go around arresting people whilst we're at war. And assault, please. Devote more time to studying. Interesting. A studying Ironborn. Right, let's pick them up from the Cape of Eagles. Can you now assault? Yeah, you should easily be able to beat 21 defenders. There we go. Board the ship. Come down here, pick the rest up, and then off to Oldtown we go. Merge together on the ship, and let's get down south. Your courtier Aaron has caught Grayscale. It seems the drowned gods do not favour him. It would seem so. Where's the fleet? King Ragnar, some among your subjects have been found to be pillaging the lands under my domain of Lannisport. Yes, it's only we'll pay you for now. We don't want the Lannisters attacking us while we're at war. Here come the fleets and dock back in Oldtown. Hopefully it's not recovered too much, so it's going to be hard to attack. What quality of education would you purchase for your courtier Bernard Snow? Let's have a look. Is he any good? He's not the best, but we do have plenty of money, so we'll spend highly just in case he does turn into a good courtier. It's worth it if you've got the money. Wow, the supply limit is really bad, so let's split in half and send half to 3 towers. No. Okay, yeah, fine. New Lord Commander on the wall. Oh, I didn't split properly. Damn it. Right. That host, march on Oldtown. split the art. Right, one child lacking a childhood focus. Wow, got decent martial, so we'll go for struggle. Get these lands under siege, and that should win us the war. Wow, we've even got too many men for 3 towers, so if we assault quickly, we should be alright. And again. And again. And again. And again, by the looks of it. Wow. How many defenders do you want? There we go, we're at 50%. Now march onto the uplands. Is it the uplands? Looks like it says the uplands, yes. Oldtown has recovered fairly quickly, 2,000 defenders. Wow. We can siege the uplands, which hopefully aren't too... Wow, they're pretty strong. The Reach is a very strong place, especially down near around Oldtown, though, isn't it? To the brave rogue, Iron King Ragnar, the insidious Lyseni traders must be expelled from your lands. If you agree to declare an embargo war, Magister... no, I don't want to take sides. We can get plenty of money here. Ourselves. Oh, bollocks. Get over there quickly. Lord Reaver Drummond wrote me a letter expressing his fervent desire to know me better. Yeah, okay, we'll get to know you. We could do with getting some friends. Okay, we got a victory just. Only just. That was a close call. Merge our men together now into 11,000. As we lost a fair few men from that. But we have nearly sieged this land now, so that's good. We can just siege the uplands. Almost done. My favourite subject does not interest me anymore, and I can't speak about it with the same zeal as before. Okay, so we've lost the trait Zealous. How's that going to go down? Child lacking an education focus. What are you good at? Ooh. Yeah, we'll go with martial education. Let's get the ring under siege next, shall we? We'll just get everything on the lowest bit of siege. And then we can go around and get them more under siege afterwards. Rogger of Westerman Liberation Revolt has declared liberation of Castamere. Okay, well that's not good. We'll have to go and sort that out once we get this war over with. Wow, there's a lot of defenders in the ring as well, which is annoying. My king and enemy host approaches intent. I will take my family. The castle is impregnable. We should be leading this army anyway. Let's put ourselves in the centre. And then Dagon and Mildred out on the flanks. Awesome, we've finally managed to convert some people to the faith of the Drowned God up in High Hermitage. About bloody time. We haven't done anything anywhere else. Wow, that's a lot of men. 15,000 men in that Westerman revolt. These revolts are so annoying. They get so many men join them. Alright, let's get the ring under control though. Quickly. Come on, we need to get the ring under control very quickly. Oh, I need to go back on conditions are worsening in Pebbleton, so winter's on the way. We'll be safe from winter down in our new lands, which will border nicely with our Dornish lands as well, which I didn't really think about before. They'll border each other very nicely. Once we get this under control, we'll go and attack that Riverland army. I've heard a lot about Lord Reaver Dustin's military exploits in recent weeks. If even half of them are true, there is no doubt a man of such bravery and brilliance is deserving of everyone's respect. I am impressed. While sacking the ring for all it's worth, you and your men have located someone in the castle who owns a Valyrian steel blade. Will you take the sword of your own? Okay. Lord Roxton. I didn't know that they had a Orphan Maker. I didn't know the Orphan Maker is the ancestral Valyrian sword of House Roxton. Okay, I didn't even know that they had one. Awesome. Yeah, let's have a look. Is he... He's a poor fighter. I shall pay the iron price. I now wield this for House Irontide. Awesome. Oh, Salt Wife. Let's have a look. Hutchinson. Not too bad. House Stwick. Nah. We'll go with the top one. She's got the strong trait, so maybe our children will inherit it. We'll let him rot for now. Right, so the ring is under control. Let's assault it once more. Oh, another Salt Wife. 52. 25. Yep. I like the look of her. Let's march on to this. Where are they going? Up into the uplands. And they will get a bit of an advantage. But, oh no, they won't because they've decided to back off. obviously scared of us. They've gone to... Oh, they're going to 3 towers now. And now they're deciding to march away, the wimps. Do we trap them down or not? We'll just march onto Oldtown and get that under siege. We'll let them march away and hide out the way, wherever they're going to go. Fate smiles up at me. My wife, Noshi, is pregnant. Awesome. Hopefully it doesn't die this time, and hopefully it's a son. Let's dock the ships in 3 towers for now. How are things going on the Iron Islands? Pretty well. There's only 3,000 men there. That revolt is a bit worrying, though, which I don't like the look of. And we're going to lose it possibly as well, just because we've not got the men to deal with them at the moment. If we can get Oldtown under siege quickly, though, maybe we can... Can we offer peace, enforce demands? No, you're not going to be... I didn't think you would so early. Maybe they'll surrender, though. The Riverland Lord surrendered very, very quickly, if you remember, from the last episode. Oh, they're coming to attack us. Very brave. Very, very brave. I think we'll win. I think we'll win. We've only got 500 more men. Oh, no, now they've not, because we've just lost a load of men in the siege. Bollocks. I think we can still win. I'm confident we'll still win. One of my bannermen has One of my bannermen behind my back has started farming grain in his land after some particularly bad fishing hauls. Whilst his people are undoubtedly less hungry, the old ways dictate we do not sow. Are we going to win this battle or not? Yes, just. Thank God for that. Dear Iron King Ragnar, I'm a bit concerned about this war. Thank you. Give me some. My wife's sent me some money. We have lost the Castamere War, though, which is very annoying. We're going to end up losing that. Damn it. It's only 8,000 men as well. I wonder if we can get up there in time. I don't think we will. 99%. We can try. We can try. You know what? We might have made it just in time to stop this at 99%. No, we're losing that battle massively. I didn't expect to. I thought we'd beat them, a load of peasants. Oh no, Oh, it's going to be close. Another child for John Whitewind. It's going to be close. My concubine is pregnant. We've won. We won the battle. Okay, so at least we ended that war. Offer peace and force demands. Yes. That's a good point. Can we now call upon more levies from... Yes! Some reinforcements from there. Perfect. I'm going to say I think we may be able to now call upon our Riverland men. We'll disband you. There's no point. 16 men. Disband. Okay. You have a new heir now, Harlan Irontide. Okay. We'll call you Ragnar again, why not? Let's just keep calling it Ragnar. Ragnar Irontide. So build ambition to have a son, let him rot. Need a new ambition, we'll go with win the war for now. There we go. Get on the ships, please, boys. Now let's go pick the men up at Seaguard. We'll take care of the Reach army on the islands. We'll go with a learning oh, can't go with learning education. What else are you good at? Martial. We'll go with Martial then. We may have to end the episode soon before we actually win the war. Merge the men on the ships. And we'll sail back home. We're now losing the war again. This is a very frustrating war that's taken a lot of time. How many men have they got down there? 8,000. And they've unsieged all that land. But at least we didn't lose the Castamere War. That's the main thing. Let's get the men over here. Is she trying to get us to surrender? We propose a white peace. I decline. If you're willing to now offer a white peace, you must be worrying a little bit. So that's good. Rogner in the centre. Mildred on the flank. Why does he keep nicking my position? King Rogner, some among your subjects. I don't care about House Fowler. You're not going to do anything, are you? Let's be honest. Our wife is pregnant yet again. Let's bring the fleet around. What, 14 ships? That's not going to have many men on it, is it really? I doubt. It's 800 over there. Should we go take those out? 1,000 men. Let's march on them and slaughter them. Send my family into hiding. We'll march onto those men. We'll bring the ships around there to pick us up afterwards. And then we can go back down south and hopefully then win the war. It's dragging on a lot longer than I would have liked. Just because of the distance, I think. And because the Trident got involved didn't help. There we go. A great victory. Let's embark the army. Do we get involved with this army over here or not? Or do we go and siege? Do you know what? Let's go and siege. Let's go siege Highgarden. We can go for Highgarden. She's probably going to be in Highgarden. I doubt she's in hiding. No, she's not. So let's try and siege Highgarden and see if we can win the war by doing that. Drop the army off in Highgarden. Do we have a siege leader in our commanders? Have we got a siege leader anywhere? Surely we've got at least one siege leader. Let's have a look at, if we try and get a commander. Surely we've got... Yes, we've got Donald, who is a siege leader. Right. Oh, there's a massive army there. Let's dock the men there instead. And we'll get Donald in charge in a moment so that we can hopefully get a prisoner. Hopefully capture the Queen of the Reach. Once we land, of course. Hopefully we'll get another son from our wife. Right, our army is recovering. We've become a dutiful commander as well, which is awesome. Let our army just recover a moment before we march to Highgarden. Okay, and that army, the Trident army, is just split off from it. So we'll wait a moment, then we'll march. There we go. Perfect. Trident just completely abandoned them. Right. Who was our siege leader? It was Donald, wasn't it? The guy Donald. Yes, there we go. Now we've got a siege leader. We should hopefully win the war just by sieging Highgarden. But Highgarden is going to take such a long time to siege. That's the only problem. And a daughter was born called Gristle. Gristle? It's not a very nice name, is it? We're now 3% down again. This is such a frustrating war. Never had such a frustrating war, I don't think. Can we bring the ships even further up the Mender? Doesn't look like it, no. Oh, it's going to take so long to siege. I'm going to forward the siege, because it's going to take a long time. And the episode will be even longer than it already is. Take her family and put them in house arrest. But that only gives us 15% war score, which is annoying. That's a shame. She wasn't here. Damn, we're on 65% though. Let's bring the fleet up to Highgarden. So we can go into the Mander up to Highgarden. Let's embark the fleet. I think now if we were to go back, they can't actually siege anything back home. Let's go and siege some of the land that we actually want then. I think that would be enough to win us the war. We've got enough men left to do so as well. Let's land in 3 towers. That should be fairly poorly defended, and we'll march on to Oldtown once our army has recovered. Actually, no, there's only 940 men. We should easily be able to crush that without having to wait for us to recover. We should recover on the march. Number 1 bites. During the Battle of Oldtown, the enemy cornered my commander Donald. Oh no, he was our siege leader. Bastard. Wow, 3,000 defenders now here. We'll go on to 3 towers instead then. I'm not waiting to siege that much. And there we go, we're at 100%. Offer peace, enforce demands, yes. Iron King Ragnar, the 4th of the Iron Houses, used out the title Lordship of Oldtown. Oldtown, free, bloody hell, just a lot of stuff basically. We've got a lot of provinces to now give away. Fulfilled the ambition to win the war. A new ambition. We won't go with anything for just now. We'll disband our army. We'll dock the ships so that we can disband those. And look at our kingdom in the south now. The Arbor will be pretty easy to take as well now. So we can finally land John Whitewine. He's been waiting a hell of a long time, the poor sod. People now view us with respect as well, which is awesome. People are starting to respect the new Ragnar, even though he's a lot younger than the previous Ragnar. Right, we can disband the fleet. We'll sort out the land at the beginning of the next episode, like we always do. Hopefully I'll get some custom characters in to give some of these lands to... Okay, so a lot of these have actually kept their lands for once, which is interesting. Normally, whenever we've done it, they haven't. So it looks like we've only inherited 3 towers and Oldtown. But we'll sort that out in the next episode. Thank you all so much for watching, as always. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you all very soon.